Hey there, Saki here from Saki Tech, and in today's video, I want to go over 10 tips and tricks for Android N. Android N is the newest iteration of Android, and it is currently available as a preview. It has some new and notable features and enhancements that I will cover right now. And just so you know, Android N is available for preview on the Nexus 6, Nexus 5X, Nexus 6P, Nexus Player, Nexus 9, and Pixel C. And as you can see, we're using a 6P for this demonstration. Let's dive in. First off, let's take a look at the notifications. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down the notifications panel. And as you can see over here, we have a bundled notifications from the Gmail app. In Android N, you can actually pull this down further, and that further expands the bundled notifications from Gmail all the way into individual emails. And then you can interact with each email. You can further expand every single email message. So let's do a quick example. Let's grab this guy and pull it down. And as you can see from here, you have the option to archive or actually reply to that email right there on the notifications panel. Additionally, right next to the time, you'll see that there's an arrow that is pointing upwards. If you tap that arrow, that notification collapses. And as you can see, now the arrow is pointing downwards. Again, if you tap it, that's going to expand that individual email as well. And of course, from here, you can actually click reply, and that's going to take you right into the Gmail application from where you can quickly reply to that email. And once you're done, you just get out of here. Additionally, when you pull down the notifications panel, and when you get any kind of notification, it used to be that you can press and hold to bring some options. Now what you can do is you can slightly slide over from left to right, and you'll see a settings icon right here. And when you click this, it's going to give you the options on how you want to handle those notifications. The options are the same as Android M, but the way you access the options is now different. So instead of pressing and holding on the notification, you simply slide from left to right to bring that settings icon. And of course, when you're done with the notification, you can simply swipe it away either way. So I can do it this way or I can do it the other way, and it's going to work just fine. Alright, now let's take a look at the quick toggles. When you pull down the notifications panel, it used to be that when you pulled it down, the entire thing just came down, okay? So in this case, however, no matter how hard I pull all the way down, it's only going to bring these 5 quick toggle options. If I want to bring the full menu down, I have to either pull down one more time, which is going to bring the full quick toggles and other options over there, or I would have to basically pull this down and then tap this arrow that is pointing downwards, and that's going to also bring full quick toggles. So what's new here? What you have here is you have actually a couple of pages into which where you can add toggles, and you can also edit them. So you can click edit, you can move these toggles around, so I can drag and drop the flashlight over here, so I can prioritize which quick toggle I need to see in the first place. So if I go back over here, as you can see, the flashlight comes right into the first place, which is also going to reflect on the small quick toggle menu. So the flashlight, as you can see, came right to the first place. So this is a very nice option because you can actually prioritize the quick toggles that matter to you most, and you can have multiple pages. There are also some changes in the settings menu. So let's go into settings. And if you carefully look at the settings that you have in here, each setting title has a small description right underneath it. So if you look at the storage, it says 1.24 gigabytes of 25.01 gigabyte used. If you look at the battery, it says 94% battery life, approximately 21 hours left. So not only do you get the title, you also get some meaningful information right underneath the title that may actually save you from going into that option. These are nice and sweet refinements. If you look at printing, it even tells you there's 0 print jobs right now in the queue. Fantastic. And if we go back all the way to the top, you'll see something called suggestions. These are suggested settings that just pop up every now and then that the system wants you to consider actually setting up. Also, if you want, you can actually hide the suggestions or bring them back out, or you can actually remove the suggestion by tapping that settings icon right next to the setting. And here's one more thing. Let's go into the setting display for no reason. And let's press that button that is on the top now. The hamburger icon, as they call it. So if you tap it, that brings up the main menu for your viewing pleasure. You can scroll about. You can even pick an option. Or you can tap away from that menu and it brings you back to where you were. You can also bring that menu by sliding from left to right. And again, you can slide around and you can tap an option and it will take you right into that option. So let's go to sound, and there we have it. So it looks like Android N is bringing a lot of minor refinements that simply make using the phone more intuitive. Next up, if you actually pull down the notifications panel, and if you press and hold on the settings icon until the phone vibrates, it actually activates a secret System UI Tuner menu. It's going to be at the bottom. This is not new, but it actually has a new feature inside it. So if you go inside, and if you tap on color and appearance, you're going to see something called the night mode. So let's turn this on and see what happens. So let's enable everything over here. Enable, and there we go. That is the night mode. It makes the display easier on the eyes at nighttime. Now, because this is a beta, it's not working perfectly, but it still looks fantastic. So look at that. It's nice and easy on the eyes at nighttime, but let's move on. One more new feature is called the data saver. So let's go to settings and let's go to data usage. And under data usage, you'll see a new option called the data saver, which basically reduces data consumption for background apps, hence saving you data. I think it's a nice little management feature. And next up, let's take a look at the new task switcher. So if you press the square button, it brings us the currently active tasks. And as you can see, this time around, the tasks are nice and large. On top of that, you can actually press the square button and keep pressing it to switch between available and active windows. And finally, split screen multitasking. Press and hold the square button, and that's going to bring up split screen multitasking, and then you can choose from the available applications that are currently running, or you can pick other stuff. Now, this is still a beta version of the preview, so obviously it is not perfect, but so far it is running extremely smooth, and you can resize the windows no problem, and you can scroll through the apps, and there's minimal lag. As you can see, it is very smooth and nice. But again, you press and hold to activate multitasking, and then you press and hold to deactivate multitasking. Well, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to Saki Tech and give this video a thumbs up. Any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the description below, and have a fantastic day.